going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about a new trailer for something called 65, a brand new dinosaur movie that is not Jurassic Park related, but has a lot in common with what a lot of people have been saying that they've wanted to see from the franchise in a very long time. I just saw the trailer, did a little bit of research, and have a lot of thoughts. So for a long time now, I think a lot of people have been looking forward to a more dark or horror-oriented Jurassic Park movie or experience. We haven't gotten it really in a while, but 65 looks like it's going to be scratching that itch that a lot of people have. Adam Driver is in the movie, and a lot of people will know him from those Star Wars films that came out a few years ago. I personally was never really the biggest fan of the sequel trilogy. I did like The Force Awakens when it came out, but I always thought Adam Driver was kind of like a highlight of those movies, and seeing him fighting alongside and against dinosaurs, or whatever's going on in this trailer, looks awesome. By the way, there's a lot of different species. There's some more raptor-oriented looking creatures. There is what I'm assuming is a T-Rex, and we've even got some sort of reptile that's like in the water swimming around. Visually, it reminds me a little bit more of something like, oddly enough, Disney's Dinosaur, especially with that waterfall sequence and the lightning, even though we're dealing with something way cooler here. And it's got a lot of science fiction imagery and aesthetic that I'm really digging this. I'm a very big fan of it. Dinosaurs, Jurassic Park stuff, science fiction in general. Sign me up, I'm ready to see this thing. Now, Sam Raimi has his hands on this thing, and from what I understand, the writers of A Quiet Place are actually bringing this to the big screen, and that was some little detail that I thought was really interesting, because when A Quiet Place came out and was very successful, there was a rumor that maybe they could do some sort of Jurassic Park movie in the future. Obviously, that didn't happen, and I don't even know if that rumor was ever true, but here we are getting a dinosaur movie from the people that wrote A Quiet Place, and that's extremely cool, because another thing I remember a lot of people saying back when that movie came out was how much they would like a Jurassic Park film to be similar to that. And I don't know if they were big fans of the series, but there are a couple scenes in A Quiet Place that are reminiscent specifically of the Lost World Jurassic Park. There's moving cornfield stuff where you see something running through it, and that was, always reminiscent of the long grass for me. But you've even got a scene where someone hides behind a waterfall and some big teeth are like right next to it, which of course, Lost World Jurassic Park. But now, when it comes to this movie, I'm really interested in seeing what they go for here. I decided to do this trailer breakdown on my main channel instead of Dragon Curve, even though this is like what I would usually do on my second channel, because it's got just everything that I normally talk about. The plot of this movie is that people are on some sort of exploratory mission. They get lost in space, they crash on Earth, and they don't know it's Earth yet, but of course, during the course of the plot, they figure out that's where they are. Sounds an awful lot like Planet of the Apes to me, only this time with dinosaurs. Now, like I said earlier, the science fiction elements in this movie are really looking cool. They do remind me a lot of that more technologically advanced but yet still grounded aesthetic that we used to see in some of the older Jurassic Park movies. Even though those were 25, 30 years ago, it is of a similar cloth. I guess this is just spaceships and stuff. I love the fact that they're treating the dinosaurs scary. I do like the fact that they're actually taking their time to build out an atmosphere in a world that seems very, very cruel, but also somewhere that you need to survive. So you can't be constantly doom and gloom. You got to push forward and make sure that you've got a good head on your shoulders and just get out of the situation. There is a kid in this movie, which again, there's always a kid in Jurassic Park movies, so maybe that was like part of the litmus if the rumors are that this was ever supposed to be, a pitch for Jurassic. They put that in there, but it looks like it's gonna work. It looks, honestly, this is something that I'm really interested in seeing as not only a Jurassic Park fan, but as a dinosaur fan and movie fan in general. I don't know if it'll be great, but since I'm a big fan of creature features, and earlier this year, Universal knocked it out of the park with a movie like Beast, which was just about Idris Elba fighting lions, I think Sony could have a winner here. I think people are ready to see scary dinosaur movies again, and I just wonder why Jurassic World Dominion didn't do this. It seems to me that a lot of modern Hollywood likes to cater to very open and broad audiences. PG, PG-13, get as many people in the seats as you possibly can, but you can't go too far with any sort of violence or, any other thing like that. luckily for us, it looks like 65 is going to be something pretty cool. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be a hard R Dino Crisis sort of experience, and I don't expect it to be, but I am looking forward to this movie, and I can see that a lot of people are actually interested to see anything that's not Jurassic World at the moment. I guess in closing, all I'm going to say is that the trailer really did sell me. I'm looking forward to seeing a movie like this, and honestly, I'm hoping that Universal takes notes like this for a future movie. Guys, even if you are a big fan of Jurassic World Dominion or Camp Cretaceous or something like that, I hope you understand that we can't continuously go in one linear direction until the end of time, and that sometimes you do need a little bit of a shift up or switch up in what you guys are actually doing in order to not only bring in new people, but also to make sure that the brand isn't becoming a little stale. I mean, you can only have the T-Rex fight a bigger dinosaur so many times and have it get its butt kicked before, you know, something else happens when it gets just old and stale. Personally, I'm looking forward to this. I hope it's cool, I hope it's fun, and I hope Universal takes notes. But whatever your own thoughts and opinions on 65 happen to be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens and InGen executives, as well as all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. You've all helped my channel immensely, and I'm incredibly grateful for all of that support. Now I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video and hope that you enjoyed the content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you all consider subscribing. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.